Hello again, Dominic Tropher, and welcome to another video. And this one's actually going to be something Doctor Who related, so it is. And, pardon me, sorry. So yeah, this is something going to be something Doctor related. And I think the reason why I'm actually going to be making this is because due to the fact that we are 5 days away to the new series and stuff, I think I've been thinking about Doctor Who a lot more, especially within these last few weeks. And with this, has actually been something I wanted to actually talk about. And it's actually going to be about my thoughts of the 12th Doctor's era. And just share my thoughts and, just talk about it and stuff. Before I start, I just want to say, hope, your weekend went well and stuff. And hope your week so far is going really, really good for all of you and stuff. I think for those who actually are fans of Doctor Who and like it and stuff, I think you'll find it interesting. I understand not everyone likes it and stuff. It's, I like to change it up after a while, you know what I mean? So I am really, really sorry about that. So I am. This video might be a bit long, but, you know what I mean? If it is, you might like it. If you don't, I'm really, really sorry about that. So, yeah, the 12th Doctor's era. The 12th Doctor played by Peter Calpadi. Now, my short opinion about the 12th Doctor is that I actually quite liked him. I think out of all of the incarnations we've had, except for the 13th, because again, we've only seen about a couple of minutes of her, about like 2 minutes. Again, I know the new series hasn't started yet, so. But I quite liked what he gave us throughout the 4 years he played the Doctor. I know that some of the episodes, were a bit flawed and stuff, but I think he did a tremendous job with what he had, you know what I mean? And, he was just enjoyable and he just made it fun, so he did, and I quite liked that. So, with that, let's go back to the past. When Peter Calpadi was first announced as the new Doctor. Now, on the 4th of August 2013 was the day that we were going to see who the new Doctor was, who was going to be the 12th Doctor. And it was revealed to be Peter Capaldi. And my thoughts about it was, when he was announced, I was quite excited about it. I thought, this is really, really going to be interesting. And it's going to be good. I was really, really looking forward to when he first appears. And it just got me really, really excited. I couldn't wait for it. And so obviously the months go by. Obviously we have the 50th anniversary, and the Christmas special. But the interesting thing about the 50th anniversary was we actually had a cameo of the 12th Doctor with his eyes, which was quite shocking. Because again, we didn't expect that. It was quite unexpected. And it just made it interesting. And then obviously, we have the Christmas special, and at the end of it, we see the 11th Doctor regenerate into the 12th Doctor. And for me, I was excited. I think once the regeneration ended, I was like, bam, okay, it's the Doctor now, you know what I mean? And I just couldn't wait for it and stuff. And at the end of it, where, the TARDIS starts crash landing, and Clara, she's a bit worried about what the heck's happening. And unfortunately, the Doctor loses his memory of how the heck to fly the TARDIS. And obviously, that's how it ends until Series 8 starts. And overall, I was looking forward to seeing what we were going to be getting for Series 8. I couldn't wait for it. And I thought, this is going to be flipping awesome. It's going to be amazing. We've got the new Doctor, his current companion with him. It's going to be amazing. And there were all sorts of different stories, that was talked about. One was you had Samuel Anderson, who was announced to be as they called it, the new Doctor Who companion. And when they announced it like that, I was really, really looking forward to it. I thought, we're getting a new male companion. That'd be absolutely amazing. And it's going to be interesting to see what the chemistry is going to be like with the Doctor, Clara, and this new person, Danny Pink, he's called. So it was going to be interesting, so it was. And there was also another rumour back then, was that Capaldi was actually going to be doing one series. And I remember when I heard this, and I was quite worried, and I thought, I hope he don't do one series, as they called it. He might be pulling a Christopher Eccleston, because again, he only did one series of Doctor Who. And even before episode 1 aired of that series, there was a lot of negativity about it. about Peter Calpadi being too old for the role. You know, oh, he shouldn't be doing this, he shouldn't be running it in his 50s and all this sort of stuff, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't really think like that. And I thought, you know, we've not even seen the 12th Doctor, well, we have technically, but we've not even seen his first full episode, and you're already mourning. Like, this happens every single time. Like when Matt Smith was announced to be the 11th Doctor back in January 2009, a year before his first appearance. He got a lot of hatred. Oh, he's too young. He's not a well-known actor. Blah, 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 blah. And I think even David Tennant got the same as well, from what I've heard. So it usually happens, but I think after a while it gets a bit old. But I understand because, again, they want to see how the show goes. But then after that, you end up liking it. So what's the point of mourning? You know what I mean? But it's how it goes and stuff. And even my nana and uncle were mourning. So, oh, he's too old. They should have got a younger actor, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't really care. And I thought, it's a programme. It's Doctor Who. I'm excited about it. And when that first episode aired, I flipping loved it. So I did. I loved that first episode. Absolutely amazing. And it was a great start to that series. So episode 2 comes the following week. Again, another amazing episode. But this is where it sort of goes downhill for me. Because this is where the show turned from Doctor Who to Clara Who, the old joke from 2014. Because most of Series 8 was all about Clara. And I didn't like that. I think at first it was okay, but then it was all about, you know, Clara with her home life, her work life at school as a teacher, and a boyfriend. And it felt like, you know, the Doctor was like second place. Because again, especially when she was juggling everything, you know what I mean, her whole life and everything. And I didn't like that. You know what I mean? It's either you do one thing or you don't. You know what I mean? You don't do both. And that's why she got into that situation of choosing what does she want to do. Does she want to keep traveling with the Doctor? Or does she want to start a life with a new boyfriend? You know what I mean? And that's just how it goes and stuff. And even certain parts where she acted like she wanted to be the Doctor, which that sort of shows you, you know what I mean, that she wanted to be the Doctor at one point, even though, again, it was absolutely impossible. You know what I mean? It wasn't going to happen. And that's just how it was and stuff. So, yeah, you know what I mean, and stuff. But then we get to the Christmas special, which I quite loved. I think that was a good episode. Especially, again, the time there were rumours of whether or not Jenna Coleman was leaving. It turned out she stayed for the following series. Then we get to Series 9. Series 9 for me is where it felt like we were getting back into Doctor Who. It felt like going from this to this. It was just absolutely amazing. And Series 9 felt like it was Doctor Who again. It's like, wow, you know, this is Doctor Who again. This is what Doctor Who should be. You know what I mean? And that's why I think it made it more interesting, where we had the Doctor, we had, you know, Clara, going on adventures in the TARDIS and everything. Just made it enjoyable. And that is what, to me, Doctor Who is. It felt like it was the Doctor again. That he was the first, you know, it was first place, and obviously you had the companion. That is how it felt to me. You know, enjoying it and stuff. And I loved Series 9. I know there was one episode, Sleep No More, which I absolutely didn't like. It bored me. You know what I mean? And that actually might come a bit questionable from a Doctor Who fan, because I'm a huge fan of it. I didn't enjoy it. Sleep No More was boring. You know what I mean? And I just didn't... It just didn't captivate me. And I said something that absolutely shocked me. You might be thinking, what is that? I feel like turning the channel over. Yeah, that's what I said. And it was okay. I would literally try to get into the episode. I was like, oh, this is good. But overall, secretly, I couldn't get into it. You know what I mean? And that's what I didn't like. You know what I mean? I think that episode, it's okay, but it's quite slow paced. It really is, you know what I mean? Creepy as heck. You know, I remember people saying, oh, I can't sleep now, you know what I mean? But the story goes and stuff. But that was one episode I absolutely didn't like. I just couldn't get into it. But the rest of Series 9 was, again, amazing. Obviously, unfortunately, we had, you know, Clara died, you know, so she did. Then the Doctor couldn't get, over her. Then he wasted billions of years to get her back, and then, you know, he got her back, and then she had to die, and, you know what I mean? It just made it worse. And I remember joking about it, sort of like saying about sort of like someone getting over their partner or girlfriend or boyfriend, and they can't get over them. You know what I mean? And they end up seeing him again. It's like, oh, you know, well, remember the old days? You remember? And they want him back in their lives, you know what I mean? And that's how it felt with the Doctor and Clara, that he just couldn't get over her. And even though she wanted him, you know, to move on after what happened. So, yeah, you know what I mean? And so it goes. So then we got the Christmas special that year with River. Now, with River's song. Tremendous episode. Loved it. I think that was a good episode. It was great to see River come back. But also, I think, seeing the 12th Doctor. But it was also a sad ending for River, because it turned out her next destination was to go to the library. So it was. Where, unfortunately, she was going to die. She was going to see the Doctor from the past, who unfortunately didn't know her, where basically he would see her die. You know what I mean? But that episode, The Husbands of River Song, great episode. Great Christmas special. So then we have a huge break of no Doctor Who. So we don't. So, obviously, 2016 was quite a bare bones year for Doctor Who on television. We had a Christmas special, and that was it. As well as the spin-off Class, which had the 12th Doctor in episode 1. I liked that. It was actually pretty good. The 2016 Christmas special, the Mystery of Dr. Mysterio, I think that's what it's called. It's been a while since I've watched that. A nice episode. It really was, you know what I mean? And then obviously after that we had Series 10. Do you know what? Series 10 was unbelievably amazing. To me, I think it's the best series that Capaldi has ever done in Doctor Who. If I had to vote, I would say Series 10, Series 9, Series 8. That's what I'd say. A good series. Obviously, we had a new companion, Bill Potts, and it was just amazing. You know what I mean? I think she was a good companion. I really wish she stayed a lot longer. I really wish she stayed for more than one series, because again, she was just so amazing, as you know, with the character that she had. Absolutely great, you know what I mean? And obviously, you know, it was the 12th Doctor's last series. I think it was a great ending for the 12th Doctor overall. I think if I had to say anything about the 12th Doctor, that ending, the series, was tremendous. Really was. And then we have the Christmas special. You know what I mean? The storylines of Series 10 were just great and stuff. You know what I mean? Just enjoyable. It really was. And I think it felt like it was another Series 9 where it was, you know, the Doctor and the companion having fun. And that is what makes Doctor Who, Doctor Who. You know what I mean? Just enjoying it. So then obviously we have the Christmas special. The Christmas special, I think, out of all the Christmas specials out of this, you know, of modern Doctor Who, this actually is one of my favourites. It is phenomenal story, and it was great, I think, to see the first Doctor, who was played by David Bradley. He made the role great. He really did absolutely amazing stuff. And I think also it was a nice ending to the 12th Doctor. Especially with that last line when he says, "Doctor, I let you go." And I think that just wasn't just a line for the 12th Doctor, but it was also a line for Peter Calpadi and Stephen Moffat. Because again, that was the last story that Moffat wrote. So it was a great story. Well, apart from the 13th Doctor part, you know what I mean? So, a great story. Absolutely amazing. Loved it. And I think overall, I know that there's been, you know, a few flaws within the 12th Doctor's era, but it is an absolutely amazing era for what Capaldi brought to us, and also what Stephen Moffat brought to us. I think that's something I wanted to talk about, you know, my thoughts of Moffat's era as the head writer, because again, he made a lot of great stories, absolutely, absolutely amazing. He really, really did, and it's well worth it. I know Capaldi does get a lot of hatred, and it's not really deserved. Again, there were a lot of flaws within his era, and I know the ratings did go down, and people blamed that. Oh, Capaldi, oh, he's the one that made it worse. No, he didn't. He really, really didn't. You know what I mean? It was just unbelievable, unbelievably amazing. You know what I mean? Like as I said, you know, some of the storylines weren't as good as, you know, others, but he did a tremendous job. He really, really did. Secretly, I wish Capaldi stayed for a couple more years. That's just me personally. I think if he stayed on it, I would have loved to see what Christian Bale would have done. You know what I mean? That's just, again, my opinion stuff. But overall, I think Doctor Number 12, technically 14. Okay, they need to get these regeneration numbers sorted out. So they do. The 12th Doctor like wasted like 3 regenerations. You know what I mean? That's the thing, is that is he number 16? You know what I mean? It's how it goes. But technically, he's 14. He's the 14th. And the 13th Doctor's technically number 15, but that's how it goes and stuff. But yeah, I think the 12th Doctor was absolutely amazing. I think he had a great era. He really, really did. I think the outfit he had was great. I know it changed over time and stuff. But I think with, you know, the white shirt, the suit jacket, black trousers, and the Doc Martens were quite nice. You know, they look quite nice on him, which was pretty good. Obviously, I know that's the 13th Doctor's outfit so far, because again, she's just regenerated and stuff. But for some weird reason, she looks quite stylish in those. So she does. I think because of the fact I've not watched Doctor Who since Christmas, I keep forgetting she's still in those clothes. So I do, but you know what I mean? That's how it goes. So yeah, I think overall, 12th Doctor's era, absolutely amazing and stuff. And I think, you know what I mean? I don't care if you hate him. Oh, he's too old. He shouldn't be running around. He's an old man. The thing is, the Doctor's an old man. You know what I mean? I don't care what you naysayers say. I liked it. And that is what counts for me. A lot of people love Capaldi's era. He did a lot of great stuff for it. You know what I mean? I think, you know, great start, great ending. You know what I mean? That's one thing you can say. A bunch of amazing stories. Some were okay, but a great era overall, and well done. Well done, Peter Calpadi. I think he did a great, you know, job as the Doctor. You know what I mean? And to me, you'll definitely be well remembered as the 12th Doctor. So I just want to say, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit different and stuff, but I wanted to share my thoughts about it, so I do. And just great and stuff. Great companions. I think Nardole was great as well. Loved him as well. The 12th Doctor, Bill and Nardole, a great TARDIS team. That's all I'm saying. So I just want to say, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll see you all later. You know, obviously I'll be seeing you all on Saturday as well. Oh, no, sorry. I'll be seeing you on Friday, because again, I forgot about the day changes and stuff with Alex. So my next video will be on Friday, and then Alex will be making one on Saturday. So I just want to say, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all later. Bye. Enjoy the rest of your week.